Oh, hi, random
Ow.
people of the internets. How are you?
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Welcome back to session 2 of Acelar Shadows of Defiance. Um, I am Sarah. I am going to be the storyteller of this campaign, and I'm here with a bunch of my friends.
Hi.
Before we get started, does anyone have any announcements they'd like to share?
Um, as of right now, no.
Life is pain and aliens are real?
Yeah, apparently aliens are real, guys, but it's 2023 and no
Apparently.
one's shocked anymore.
yeah, like at this point, it's like, hey, are they gonna like make things worse or make things better? Then it can fucking wait.
It's like,
Precisely.
oh, aliens are a thing? Okay.
I love it so much. Our
Our generation's fucked.
That's fine. And anyone else know? We have plans for this campaign to be an every other Saturday kind of thing. Next week is going to be our exception. Our goal is to play next Saturday and then be off probably the 2 weeks and then back on, just because my life has been taken over with wedding planning and I've got venues to look at.
Yeah, you do.
All fun stuff.
I'm going insane. Slowly but surely. This is stressful.
Aren't we all though?
Welcome to the club. Yep, that's step one. The laugh cry.
You do this. Because I'm going nuts. With
Well,
that
we're playing
in
this
mind,
game, so
Yep.
with that in mind, if we have no further announcements, then we can jump on in. Something I do with my other campaigns that I run is, would somebody like to give us the recap of last session for inspiration?
Fuck it, sure. So, starting off in the streets of Elysia, Jules was found helping some civilians one way or another. Elliot, the small being, was doing the first criminal drop. Axe was looking for a crew to put together to take out some child traffickers and drug dealers,
Among other things.
among various other things. Emerson was vibing, chilling, scoping out. Athena was also doing the same thing, while Sagan was doing the adult thing and basically, paying his guild dues while also picking up a payment from a previous job. Just, vibing. As of right now, we don't know what Friend was doing, because someone couldn't make it to the last session.
Existing. You know that much. Existing.
Friend was existing. We eventually all got together with the shared hatred of child traffickers and drug traffickers until we saw a bit of commotion happening in the cafe across the street. The party came up with an actually well thought out plan that actually went well.
A D&D first.
The plan going according to plan. The dice were in our favor, apparently.
Never heard of her.
Turns out a state official kind of was being held hostage along with the staff members of the cafe and the state officials errand boy, basically.
I've been watching way too much Hello Boss, because all I heard is my little bitch boy. You, my little bitch boy, are tripping balls.
Tripping balls. Stop it, sir. Anyway.
Which also, we end up finding out that they were drilling a hole in the bar floor to make their quick escape through the various mine shafts that run underneath Elysia. And then everyone got an emergency signal on their HUD about an explosion in the mine, which shook the entire town. And then another warning came up, and then the cafe started to collapse. And that's basically it.
Earthquake.
And then there were some deck saves to try and not be as smooshed.
Yes. Some people chose to fail, and some people succeeded, and some people's dice did not like them.
And you don't know who is who yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Because why? We're underneath a fuck ton of rubble, because this cafe was not small.
Ooh. It's a double decker. Almost.
Yeah, pretty much. It's basically the size, of a flat pack, flat pack McDonald's. We call them flat pack buildings because you never see one be built.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. So our
Makes a lot more
mattress
sense.
supply plus, where we all just assume that it's a front. Mm-hmm. Just
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, just all of a sudden it's there. Like, have you guys ever seen a McDonald's being built though? I love how everyone's mind is just like, wait.
No, in fact, I've never even seen them being remodeled. They just show up remodeled one day.
Yeah. Because I've seen it with others. Like, you know, they're putting in an Aldi down the street. They just put in a Dunkin' Donuts and a Skyline Chili, because I'm close enough to Cincinnati, I guess. And I saw those buildings going up, and now that you mention it, I've never seen a McDonald's being built.
Right? It's freaky.
I don't like this conversation anymore. Question things, and I don't like it.
We turned into a
Something tells me
conspiracy
I'm not getting that inspiration now.
I am McDonald's. Don't worry about it.
It's just like, nope. Just
Take his inspiration, but give him a 10.
Just to add a little clarification, because that was a really great wrap up. The only thing is that the individual who you rescued was a liaison for the Aetherkin Guild. Their job is to liaise with the other guilds to provide supplies between the Aetherkin, the miners, the Forgekin, all these different guilds, so that they can properly create the items that are needed. So they help do like the financial contracts between multiple guilds.
We never actually, like, no one actually explains to the party what they fucking do. They just know, they're important. They're a criminal, they're important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they were recognized by a few, but I don't think that was spoken aloud to the party.
No.
But good for the viewers.
Do I get the inspiration, or do I not?
You get the inspiration, you do.
Even with
And
that
for
McDonald's
those-
fact, that's gonna, like, wake you in the night.
And for the sake of my players' mental understanding, I think inspiration should fucking stack. So
Yes.
just because you have inspiration doesn't mean you can't get more.
Mm-hmm.
But if that
Because there's nothing worse than having inspiration, not using it, and then getting it again, and it just feels wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and I will agree that, like, some DMs who said inspiration can stack, I agree that you can use it once, but if that inspiration fails, you can't use your second one, because
Yeah.
there has to be a balance.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've also been the character who everyone has given their inspiration to because my rolls were that shitty. I'm just saying.
I feel like if somebody has like notoriously shitty dice, you can make an exception just for them. But if somebody generally tends to roll well, and this is like the one time it fucks up, it's like, you gotta take that.
That would be applicable to Ling in our other campaign.
Yeah, Ling's
Like
pretty
how
One
you
is their
talk
favorite
about
number.
a specific magical device because she rolls so bad. He got a specially made homebrew device so she can re-roll shit more.
Also, speak up for your fellow players if they do something especially appropriate. That might also give inspiration. That is how Jules ended up with inspiration for their actions at the end of last game.
My brain doesn't always think of these things, so if you think that they should get inspiration, bring it up.
Yeah, like, generally, like, if you think a player has done something pretty dang cool and inspiration-worthy, speak up.
Yes.
Even
if it's just in the chat.
Hype the other players and characters up, because that's how you build good bonds.
Fuck yeah.
So, with that in mind, let us begin. A ringing in your ears, pain in your bodies. One by one, you open your eyes, red alert and static flashing in your vision from the Fentair display. You hear a wheezing nearby as the cafe waitress lays a few feet over, concrete crushing her chest as her fingers scramble at the stone until nothing. You are buried by ceilings and walls that caved upon you all. The DC for that dex check that I gave you last week was 18. If you failed, which would have been Jules, Athena, and Axe, you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Still okay.
You take half of that at 11. Athena and Elliot, for the sake of this, are unconscious from rubble. Axe, you took a heavy hit.
I have more than 4 points left.
Oh no!
No!
As
Bards be squishy.
as you are coming to consciousness in this moment, there is a very sharp pain in your leg as you try to shift and realize that part of the scaffolding that would have held part of the building and ceiling up has gone deep into your thigh muscle.
Need those.
Jules,
Yes.
you feel a tapping on your cheek as you come to consciousness, roaring bad headache, dizzy as hell. The kid is banged up, but okay. You feel like something has seriously rung your bell. You are concussed. And you have some nasty scrapes and such, and bruises and broken ribs along your back, where a lot of that has fallen onto you. Because this was not a one-story building that has collapsed upon you. No, there was an upper floor. You also feel some wet stickiness around your belt where you kept your easy to access, not in the haversack, supplies.
Okay.
You're down 3 vials.
I'm sorry, what?
You're down 3 vials of your medication.
Oh. Wait, I only have the one syringe on the outside.
Oh, this is the one syringe on the... I thought you had 3. Yeah, okay. Then that one syringe you keep on the outside, toast.
Lovely. I take internal stock of my body and then take stock of the kid that's below me, underneath me, as I'm assuming I'm on the ground with my body over them.
It looks like they probably broke their wrist. And he's banged up, but he's okay. The one next to him, not so much.
How's the rebel situation? Are we buried? Can he get up and out? Do I need to assist?
It looks like he is been sheltered by your form. But you are pretty damn near buried, and you don't have sight of anybody else except for him. And most of Lady Cromwell. From her waist down is buried.
I'm going to...
And you were able to rescue you were able to rescue the 2. One of them looks very, very injured. Like dislocated shoulder. Yeah, on one of those 2 that you were able to pull under. But those who hit on the bar can see each other, and a wall of drywall and concrete and broken lighting fixtures. Jules ran to the other side of the room. You can't see him.
What's the space around me? Is there space to move, or like, is there like a space to move around, or like, is it just encapsulated in this close proximity right now?
There's a little bit of space to move. You're not buried. You're not feeling it pressing against you. But the bar is basically what saved you all. You also will notice that Athena and Elliot are unconscious on the ground.
Yeah. Kind of foregoing his injuries, Sagan is going to call out audibly. Sound off if you're alive. Elliot and Athena are alive but unconscious.
I'm still up but not kicking.
Would Jules hear this?
Make
Pass out of
perception
17. Okay. Is that a 6 or an 8? I think that's an 8. 15.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Okay.
It's definitely faint coming through the rubble, but you can.
I say to the kid, close your ears, and I yell as loud as I can. 3 over here. While still holding up the rubble and trying to get my tail to out of the rubble, if it can.
I'm going to see if I can make a path to the door. Axe, do you remember where you were last?
Do I? Sorry, like legitimately, I'm not sure.
You are near the bar. You should actually be pretty close. Let me double check the map.
Yeah, because I'm going over to talk to somebody there, but that was I can't remember me, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm double checking the map myself. I
He was
believe.
kind of like around the corner, right by the bar as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't move anybody after the fight, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Yeah, Axe was on the further end of the bar. I know that Elliot moved in Emerson moved in. So Axe was just on the far end of the bar to avoid catching eyes with an individual. So Axe is probably just barely out of your sight. But the rest are like next to you.
Okay.
Except for Jules.
And yeah, except for Jules.
Like, I imagine like vision is like blurry, not just from the dust and everything, but just from the sheer fact that, you know, everyone got their fucking shit rocked.
And every now and then, it's like there's a glitch in the alert, and it keeps trying to come up and block your vision. And then, I mean, you can wave it away, but every once in a while it reappears. It's like there's probably a problem with the city system.
Gotcha. So
That's not good.
Yeah, so just calls out. I was by the bar. If it's still there.
Most of it. Looks around and sees Emerson. Emerson, are you good?
I'm alright.
I'm gonna see if I can clear a path. Can you keep an eye on everyone?
Yeah.
Point. Takes stock of the one with the dislocated shoulder. Kind of like gently lifts their arm.
Yeah.
It's like, this is going to hurt. I'm not going to lie. Click! Middle of the sentence.
Yeah, very, very loud.
And just, like, click it in, but then kind of, like, gently rotates to kind of get it back into place. Just,
Just roll me a medicine check. Just for fucks. Just for laughs.
Jiggles.
Yes, the barbarian doing the medicine check. This is
I
gonna
love
be
it.
This is gonna be great. Fuck it. I'll use this one. You know what? That ain't bad. I'll take that 15.
Yeah. Yeah. The person's like, no. Ah! Ha! Ha!
Ah.
No, there is no It's still It's just
But
now I
it's
can
an
move
that
it.
I can move.
It's like this, like earlier. It's like as someone who's had both shoulders dislocated, the pain doesn't happen until you get a reset. When it's dislocated, it's dislocated, so you can't feel it. You can't move it. You're like shit. Until someone resets, you're like fuck, asshole.
My sister used to have joint issues and would dislocate her shoulder playing badminton at school. And we'd just walk up to walls and fix it. Like a psychopath.
I used to do the thing of put my force on my arm up like this and just going, alright, push me, click. Yeah, it's not fun.
My brother had to do shit like that after football because his shoulders got hooked playing football.
Rugby player.
Yeah. He's also broken both of his legs. Jacob got kind of fucked up in football. Anyway.
I just had really bad luck.
Speaking of fucked up, do I need to roll a con save before yoinking the thing out of my leg so I can move?
You're gonna have to.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a flat roll because I don't have a con edition.
You're doing it yourself? You're doing it yourself?
I mean, I think I'm kind of smooshed. I don't think I can.
In that case,
otherwise.
I need you to make a strength check first. Because it's pretty pinned with like walling.
Yeah, fair. That's not happening. That's a minus. That is a 10 total. I rolled an 11.
You get it to move part way, but you're fighting against the rest of the rubble, and it hurts like hell.
He's not able to keep that to himself. No, you hear just a very screamed out, just fuck. I might not be able to get out of this particular section until somebody who actually has muscles is available to help.
Sagan.
Metal.
I love my head was just
Making
like
it clear.
so Sagan.
He's also making it clear.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
he's not
no.
just saying this. Like,
fuck yeah, no. Sagan is going to clear rubble as slow and safely as he possibly can towards where he thinks he hears Axe.
Okay.
But as he does so, says to Jules, Jules, are you able to move and make a path?
No. You just hear muffled from under rubble. Could you really use some help up here? Can my tail get up through any of the rubble?
Make a dexterity check.
12 plus 7 is 19?
You're pretty sure that your tail has probably poked out of the rubble a bit. You're not really sure if anyone can see it. Because
Yeah.
everyone's kind of buried as well.
Just doing this wildly. Could really use some help over here.
Oh god. Okay. Why am I the only tank?
You're not. You're just the only unburied tank.
Right. I'm gonna have to make a fucking choice. Shit.
Who are you going for first?
Right.
I was gonna say, Axe is by himself, so like,
Yeah. And you heard
Is it-
earlier there's
oh.
3 where Jules is at.
yeah. And Jules said we, whereas Axe said I. So, yeah, he will understand.
Both of you sound in pain. So now there's this dichotomy between, like, with Sagan, it's like, fuck, both are in pain. Who do I go for?
Jules has a put together but pained voice.
Is Axe put together? No.
No, not at the moment. He's a little. He was expecting a fucking earthquake today.
Not on the bingo card.
No.
Right, did someone fuck with your day?
Maybe a little.
Actually, Jules, I'm gonna have to go for Axe. They're all alone. I will come back for you. Just don't move. Don't shake the rubble.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Just stay still, but stay safe.
That's what he said.
Good. It's now the time to be making jokes, Jules.
It's now or never.
This is the perfect time to panic.
This is no time. This is the perfect time to panic. Fuck. So, right, Sagan is going to crawl like through the layer of rubble, like the top layer to kind of like get top view, and Axe, can you put your arm out through the rubble just so I can see you? I can hear you, but it's muffled.
Here, be just a second.
I imagine like once I like upmerge, I can see the tail on one end.
Well, first make me a athletics check to see how much you can move out of the way.
I will take that for dirty 20.
Okay, you're able to get a good amount of it out of the way. You do see the slight, it's not like the full tail is sticking out because there's a lot of rubble here and like appliances and light fixtures. It's a mess in here. But you do see like a little bit of a tail just whoop, 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 whoop.
Mentally remembering, okay, Jules there.
And then as Axe goes to reach the hand out, the hand doesn't go all the way through because there's a lot of stuff there, but you can see like some pebbles falling that would indicate either a shift or someone's hit something.
All right.
Not all the way, but here.
Pam, 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 pam.
Sagan is going to very, 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 very carefully get on top of the rubble. Because there's no way he's going to make it, like, clear a path.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. Mm-hmm. So he's going to get out of his hole and just hope to Christ that by the time he gets there, it's not too much of a shift.
Okay, so you're walking over it to reach where Axe is?
On top of the rubble.
Okay. Acrobatics.
Also, since I'm just like literally just as far as he is, could I potentially go and try to help him?
I can say since you were right behind him and he pushed his way through, you're able to follow him, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Heck yeah.
Acrobatics. Okay.
And then you can kind of help point the different ways that he can step to help through. So yeah, you would have advantage.
Oh, sweet. Because that was a 3 on the die.
I was so close.
Did I also need to roll?
No, when he rolls with
him?
advantage, it means that it's instead of both of you rolling.
Oh, okay.
22. 19 on the die.
That is a lot better.
That is a fuck ton better.
That's much better. Yeah, the two of you are able to very carefully, and every time you think you see like a foot starting to give way underneath, you're able to help each other move out of that situation to get through without injuring yourselves further. The general rubble, climbing on some of the more sturdier pieces of the concrete and things like that to climb up and around and find yourself. And there is a very large slab of the concrete that is leaned against an area where you saw some of the rocks fall, and you're led to believe that Axe is probably behind that.
Sees the big slab and just... Alright. I'm going to enrage.
Okay.
This is the perfect time to be angry. This is the perfect time to
watch
rage.
as the fen tears light up and create like that mask look one more time across Sagan's face as
Say that again. I'm sorry.
you watch
I was making a
fen
note.
tears a light and create like this almost mirage look of a mask across Sagan's face.
It's like a wolf headdress. As he gets behind the slab, bending at the knees, not the back, and just tries his best to lift this slab off so it gives some way. But before he does so, I'm going to lift a large slab, and once I do, you are going to move, because I know for a fact I cannot hold it for too long.
Alright.
Okay.
So, Emerson, as soon as you see Axe, you yank him out from under, and push.
All right, make your strength check.
Thank God for advantage.
While that's happening, Jules is trying to talk to the kid and the woman.
Gotcha.
21.
41?
20. No, 21.
I was like, how the fuck do you have 41? You are
Look! I'm known for making
Like,
people
we know your
characters every
agent,
now
but
and
still.
then, but even so.
Jesus.
No,
That's some Vax level shit.
no, 21.
21 makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so we are going to come back to that in just a second. And Jules, you said you were going to speak to the kid and the woman?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to say in a very calm tone to the child, it's like, "Don't worry, we got friends on the outside. You're gonna be fine." I'm struggling to keep the my arms straight and my back from not collapsing, and I try and call out to the woman, "Caldwell, are you alive?"
Cromwell.
Cromwell, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Alive. Yes. Yeah. I'm alive.
Hey, we got friends on the outside. They'll help us shortly. Just hang on there.
Okay.
I got the kid.
And the kid who's sitting underneath you is like trying not to hyperventilate and sees you struggling and just kind of like
It's okay. Just
puts the one good arm up and is like not actually helping.
yeah, no.
Thinks he's helping.
Seeing that and seeing the hyperventilation and him putting his hand on my chest, and see, hey, look at me, breathe with me, and I'm gonna try and keep my breath steady.
Okay. Yeah. Make a persuasion check.
15 plus persuasion is a 1, 14.
14? Okay. You feel him start to relax a little bit, but there's still a definite shakiness to his hand. Sagan, you were able to lift the stone off of Axe and you're holding it as long as you can. And Emerson, as you're looking down, you can see there is a giant, thick metal rod jammed into Axe's inner thigh. And that is what is pinning him in place.
Oh boy.
That's a bad spot.
That's a real bad spot, but that's what happens when you got 4 hit points left.
That's femoral territory.
Oh fuck. No. Can Sagan see this pole?
You got a really high passive. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Don't you? Who am I
No.
thinking of?
You're
That's
thinking of
VNX.
Renji. You're thinking of Renji.
I'm thinking of Renji. I'm thinking of Renji.
my passive is not bad. It's 15.
Just roll perception, just to see, because you're also busy.
Perception, 19.
You see it.
Just kind of goes, wait, don't yank him. Sagan has been around. He knows what anything in the thigh is capable of, right? Yep. You see that pole in their thigh?
Yeah.
We're going to need to remove that, but not from his leg. Grab my axe. Not the axe below me, the axe on my back.
I don't think he would be trying to go that axe.
I'm keeping my leg, right?
I imagine him grabbing it just not like all the way to the ground, but just like very obvious
It's got some
drop
heft.
down.
It's got some heft. Axe, I'm not removing your leg. But my axe is
Okay.
pretty sturdy. Could at least get that metal pole down to a moment where we could snap it.
Okay.
But what is this swinging at this metal rod gonna do to his leg when it makes contact?
It's going to hurt like a son of a bitch.
All right. Wow. I guess I get to test all kinds of vocal range today.
Oh.
Well, we gotta get the fuck out of here, so.
Do
Batter
you
up.
want to lose a leg or possibly save it?
Yeah, no, let's fucking go, man. Just.
But
I
hey,
apologize in advance for your eardrums.
well, at least this adventure is not going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Ah.
Oh,
I expected that to be like that's what I saw coming.
It's just like, ah.
just
It's just.
bracing.
But I'm gonna need you to swing. You see beads of sweat dripping from Sega's forehead, like.
I mean, he's not the only one.
Do you want to switch?
No, not particularly. It just like, you see, like, rear back, big old breath, and just swing at it as hard as he can.
All right, I need you to roll me. This would be a strength-based weapon, right? It's not something you're proficient in, so it's just a straight strength check for me.
So, at the top bit of your character sheet, you see it's the
STR plus whatever.
yep.
Yeah.
Not the saving throw, but the check above that.
What? No, yeah.
Yep, you got it.
It should be a plus.
I know.
It should be a plus one.
It should be a
Yeah, it is a +1.
Okay.
So,
Thankfully,
Yeah, I
I'm
got it.
technically.
Oh, that doesn't
Pro?
make me super confident in this role.
I was gonna say I am technically prone, so it doesn't give an advantage.
I mean, it's very, very stable.
and it's against it's really against the inanimate object. So yeah, you can have advantage against the metal pole.
Okay. That's probably a good thing. I mean, it wasn't just like god awful. I got a 12.
Okay, roll one more time and see.
See if you get higher.
Okay, 17. That's better.
17.
Ooh,
Okay.
There we go.
All right, Axe, you are in pain as that metal bar rings as it gets hit with this axe. It does sever the post.
Cool.
So your leg is no longer, like, it's no longer keeping you in place, but you're not going to be walking on that anytime soon.
You're still impaled, but you're free.
There, but on a shorter post.
There is a loud, still somehow faintly musical, because I agree that bard shit is pervasive. There is a loud, faintly musical, and all the more disturbing for that fact, just shriek of pain.
Yep.
And this is like him trying really, like he was trying not to. It's just really loud.
Absolutely.
Jules will wince when he hears that too.
Oh yeah, everyone just hears a huge metallic clang. Sagan still holding up, sweating like motherfucker. Now get my axe back on my back and get axe out of there, please.
Already trying to like.
He's trying to roll. I kind of
Dragging.
grab and drag him out.
Shit! Ow! Fuck! Piss!
Oh yeah, no, he's honestly resorted to fucking just cursing in
Cursing in symphony.
no, cursing in infernal. So it just sounds like I don't even know. It sounds like this weird hissing and like fire noises at the same time somehow. And it's just like, how the fuck? And he is. You can almost see the air turning smoky around his mouth. Like that's how foul of language he is using at this moment.
Any foul line, summon a demon.
Jules hears all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Jules like, I didn't know that particular phrase existed.
Exactly, that's a new swear word.
As soon as Axe and Emerson are in the clear,
It's just like.
Yeah. No.
oh, I'm gonna feel those muscles in the morning.
How big of a slab would you say that was? Would you say that shook the floor?
I say you definitely would have felt it shake the floor.
I'm gonna make a roll to see if I can keep my arms held up.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 on the dice. I don't think no matter what I add, I'm going to keep up.
You do.
I'm going to collapse a little bit.
You do have inspiration.
Yeah, no, this makes for a little more drama, though. I'm going to collapse halfway on top of the kid.
You
so
guys
down onto my
actually
elbows.
do see behind you, Sagan, or actually probably would have a better view. Watch part of that rubble collapse a little bit in on itself as you hear
Nice.
from a small child.
Whatever you did to calm him down earlier, I think he's lost it.
Yeah.
All right. Upon
I'm gonna. Sorry, real quick. I'm spending my spell slots to cast on me, and then he. Anyone else that he needs to once he's like a little bit solid.
Fair.
So I gave myself 7 hit points back.
Okay.
Helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got some spell slots, so I can still cast Cure Wounds a few more times if needed. But he's essentially just kind of laying and waiting.
Mm-hmm. And as you gave
I'm
yourself that, it does offer like a little bit of a numbing effect, so that it's not as horrifically painful, but you still know that you can't put weight on it at this point.
No. He is like cocked with her like just up and just waiting. And I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Okay.
If it's any consolation, I was just saying that Sagan has blacksmithing tongs to remove that shit, so. It's gonna hurt.
Jules has a mage hand to close down the artery.
That's an interesting
Some
way to do
internal
it.
surgery.
Would Sagan see his passive is 15? Would he see like that part collapsing on itself as well?
I'll say you hear it and are turn around and can see the dust spring back up because it is dusty as hell in here. You all have like a thin layer of dust and soot just covering you.
Yeah.
You're a muffled scream too.
All right. Sagan is gonna go to. So, just a quick one. Sagan's gonna quickly survey the doorway. Clear or not?
It looks like the door frame itself has rubble that has collapsed into it, but there is a small gap that it's so foggy out there you can't see past it, but you do know that there is a clear exit from the building if you get everybody out.
Okay. Sagan is going to go to the hole that you came out of and say to the staff, anyone who's conscious, get out as calmly as you can. Out of this hole, turn directly behind you. You'll see the exit. Get out, but calmly. As soon as you hear a shift, stay still. And until that shift stops, keep moving.
All right. What about these guys? And kind of like points to Elliot and Athena.
If get them out, like carry them out, but do it safely, as safely as you can.
We'll do our best. And they start very carefully moving. Your unconscious friends.
Yeah. If you can't get them out of the hole, like rest them down by the hole, and I'll get them out. Then Sagan's gonna go to the area where they know Jules is.
Okay.
And just gently remove rubble.
This area, there's a lot more of it, but they're in smaller pieces, so it's easier to move. Just make me one more dex check as you're heading, or acrobatics check as you're heading over in that direction. To make sure you don't step on something you shouldn't.
Am I still gonna follow him?
If you'd like to, you can, and then you'd have advantage. Or you both can roll individually. Up to you.
What's your acrobatics modifier? You might have a better chance.
+6.
Definitely. You definitely. I will give
Like
you
you
my
can
advantage. Lead me there, then I'll remove the rubble.
Okay, well, 12 for first row.
Nice.
And 13 for the second.
Total?
Total.
Okay.
Wait, total? Really? Like,
Yeah. I got a 6 and a 7 on the dice.
Amazing.
ugh.
That's what you okay.
Oh boy.
But that's still pretty good. There's a couple parts where you think that you're starting to misstep and you can feel a little bit more shake as it's part of the if you're looking up, you'll notice that you guys are actually lower than when you started. As if you went
So like some of it's caved in.
Sort of the ground has caved in
Okay.
where you are, and there are a couple points where you step and you can feel like there's nothing underneath there, and you pull yourself away before you fall. And continue on, and you're able to go over to Jules and start moving some of the rubble. There is still an issue with balance of the stuff that is on Jules, because there's a lot of it. Just they're small pieces, but there's a lot of it. So please roll me sleight of hands as you are removing them from Jules.
Come on, fuck me up. I want to get to level 1 tonight.
Okay.
You're gonna love this. My sleight of hand is also +6.
Above a 10.
I like if I'm there like
It still doesn't matter to me whether we each do 1 or whatever.
well, minus a +3, so I'd rather the better chance.
Okay.
Emerson, roll with advantage again.
Cool.
Yep. Like, say we'll keep an eye on like what's balanced to what's right to take off, and kind of like what like don't move that, because that's like a supporting bit.
Okay, yeah. First roll is 18 total.
Damn. Okay,
Nice.
second roll.
And then
Just in case
16
you
total. So 18.
16 total?
It's
All right.
18, baby.
18.
All right.
Nice.
Jules, you're starting to feel the weight lifting off your back piece by piece, and you're able to get some of that strength back in your arms as you're able to help push off the rest of the rubble that is on top of you and the half-buried Lady Cromwell.
Yeah. I'd make sure that they get the kid out from under me before I shift.
The kid is able to get out, definitely sporting a broken wrist. And Jules, you are able to remove the rest of the rubble off of your back. You are now free to move, though you've got some really deep lacerations in your skin. You've got a concussion, as I said before. And I think, yeah, you have a point.
Okay, taking it.
Okay?
Okay.
Your attention turns to the Lady Cromwell. As removing the rubble, there is a small amount of blood around the base of her back. And it doesn't seem like she's moving her legs at all. She does not look good.
At this point, Jules is going to be just kind of not quite sitting, but not quite leaning against the rubble, and you can see his entire body begins to tremble. And his voice gets a little shaky and goes, Mr. Cromwell, can you feel your feet?
No, actually.
That's not a good sign.
No. I don't imagine it is.
So everyone can see the whole voice shaking and trembling.
Do
You feel
very apparent at this point.
You feel a soft hand on your shoulder and from Sagan. Do you want me to take over from here?
I'm not gonna move for a minute.
Alright.
I know Axe knows magic. Do they know healing magic?
Yes.
Please ask them if they can fix a broken back. Get her help. I'll be fine.
I will do my best, but Axe currently has a pole in their leg.
Lovely.
Do you want me to move you closer to the exit? I will be very careful. Just... Jen.
Jules yells out to Axe. And cure wounds. Treat a broken back.
You're muted.
Forgot about that. Thank you. DM, can it? I know it can't like regrow a limb, but technically it's an internal injury.
It's an internal injury. At the very least, you would be able to prevent her from damaging it further. You wouldn't be able to fix it, and you would also, it would help with the issue of pain.
Okay, it would probably be like I can essentially make her a bit more stable until we can get her to a weaver.
That's how it sounds to you.
Okay. Funnily enough, magic isn't that magic. I can get her stable enough for us to get her to a weaver without fucking it up more.
Okay, I think I can do that too.
Good stuff. By our powers combined.
And I look down at Miss Cromwell and just with a look of sadness, I attempt to reach down, my hands just shaking horribly. And I touch her arm and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
It would only stop it from making it worse. I'm sorry. Jules starts to reach back into their pouch that is wrapped around their tail. See him pull out a small vial. Take out a couple pills. Take them.
At this point, Sagan's gonna keep an eye on the people like coming out. How are they with getting Elliot and Athena out?
It looks like they are doing pretty good at getting them moving, even though the one is definitely like using one arm only. But they are making their way towards the exit. It looks like they're about to head out into the air. And what we got? Athena, yeah.
Sagan will
They're able to get out.
click Lancer towards the outside area. It looks like there's just like dust and ash outside as well.
Are you going all the way up to the entrance? Are you
like just peering around to like look through the exit hole sort of thing?
From where you are to where the exit hole is hard to tell.
Okay.
It's not like it's right next to you.
Alright. Just in case, it's better if you have something to wrap around your nose and mouth, just in case of the dust and ash. It's better to do that now.
Alright. Okay. You see Lady Cromwell actually kind of reaches up and like gives a comforting hand to the young fearful kid who is trying to keep it together, but he's still very young.
He's baby.
This is a lot for a youngin.
It looks like he is. It looks like he is probably freshly out of his coming of age ceremony.
Lovely.
15. So he's technically an adult, but is he?
Technically.
He's a baby. Let's be fair here. Um. Okay, at this point, Sagan would look to Emerson. Okay. See if you can get Axe out. I'm gonna help Jules with the lady. If you need help, just tell us. Don't try to do anything to strain yourself. Please.
All right.
We don't need people more hurt than they already are. As he looks to the metal fucking pole that's jammed possibly into the fucking femoral artery of Axe.
Oh.
Fine, we're fine.
Everything's fine.
Nothing's on fire.
There's no war in Elysia.
There is no war in Esolar.
For anyone who doesn't get that reference, you're too young.
Yep.
Immediately
Or
go
not
watch all
dirty
of
enough.
Avatar on Netflix.
You educate yourself right now.
You enjoy this show.
Funnily enough, it's actually one of those shows that I've never heard anyone say they never enjoyed it.
Right?
Bustle. That was the word I was trying to think of earlier. Oh,
What?
bustle.
Are you talking about the wedding dress component?
That finally came to my brain.
Gotta love it.
RDM, everyone!
An hour later.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, more than an hour.
Yup. My brain just went, that's what it's called. My mind.
Fine, it happens.
ADHD.
Out of nowhere. Also, I don't know if you guys have realized it, but your resident note taker is not in this session. So if anyone wants to do the OneNote notes.
I've been trying.
Okay, cool. Just making
I've
sure.
got 4 lines.
That's all it needs, really. I'm just checking that you guys remembered that.
Honestly, this whole entire bit could be summarized by just going, OW!
Yeah. Everything hurts.
Nick fucking
Oh, I am
ow.
hurt! I am very much hurt!
REM starts playing in the background. Everybody hurts sometimes.
Why REM though?
So,
I think Jules is going to take his shaky ass body and attempt to lead the kid out the door over the rubble.
okay.
Sagan will pick up the lady very, very gently.
Make a medicine check, Sagan, because you're dealing with someone with a spinal injury.
Natural 20?
Oh! I wasn't sure which that look was.
Oh, that was a look of, wait, really? Now? But yeah, natural 24, 22.
22. Very carefully, you're able to use some of the things around to create a sort of makeshift words. I remembered bustle, but I forgot this one.
I caught or stretcher.
Stretcher, thank you.
Okay.
Fuck my brain. You're able to make a makeshift stretcher so that you're able to transport her without further injuring her spine to get her out.
You know, that's good.
Yeah.
Music change. I said music change.
Right.
Those of you who are from the Binding Wastes and have the masked Duch's Tear, it automatically activates as you step out into the smoke. and dust and debris. There's an eerie quiet that doesn't feel quite right as you emerge from the remnants of this cafe. The fog, a smoke, the dust of a destroyed city surrounds you, coating your skin and covering the remains of what once was. It's a shock. You are in shock. You stare, surrounded by rocks and rubbles and bodies and cries and screams, and the silence is gone as the survivors around you begin to realize what has happened. Make me a perception check, everybody.
$22.
Oh no. 8.
What was yours again, Axe? 8, and what was yours, Axe?
22.
22, okay. Jules?
11.
11. Emerson?
15.
15? Okay. It's easy to hand off Lady Cromwell and the kid as a couple of the Shield Sworn are going around trying to find anyone to help calm them down, look for any who are in need of dire help, like the Lady Cromwell is. And you are able to pass her off to the Shield Sworn in the area. But Axe, you can hear a faint tapping on metal. And as you are looking around trying to find the source, your eyes catch further up as if it was heading up the mountain roads. Just the edge of the trolley and its metal frame hanging out of more or less a ditch that's formed as the ground had collapsed underneath it. And you can surmise the tapping noise is coming from the trolley.
Okay, like a
Partially buried.
like a person making a tapping noise, or the trolley itself?
It sounds like someone is tapping against the metal of the trolley.
He like goes to move and then is like, right. Anybody else hear the trolley? Just gonna kind of use a little, not to the full extent that thaumaturgy is able to, but like enough to like increase his voice volume. Just gonna kind of shout out like, "If there's anybody in the trolley, can you bang a little louder? Confirm for me."
You can hear a much more rhythmic banging.
Can somebody with a working leg help that?
Did the Shield Sworn take the Furbolg child with Cromwell?
Yeah, the kid's not leaving Cromwell's side.
Okay.
Alright.
They were just
Jules is gonna shakily make their way over.
No, you're not. Sagan has seen your state and goes, sit.
No! Turns around and keeps walking.
Emerson's just standing there like, okay.
Not you.
Love it.
Sagan will go with Jules.
Okay. What is Emerson doing? Because Axe is just like, I'm assuming at this point, Axe is just like sat down on the ground with Elliot and Athena's bodies.
I guess probably helping watch over the injured one and the 2 unconscious ones.
Okay. Another member of the Shield Sworn actually comes over and looks like they're about to offer some medical attention to those who are down as well. So there's at least something happening there. But Sagan and Jules, you start running over towards the trolley. And as you're approaching it, you start to hear that tapping as if someone is hitting the metal bars with something metal. Yes.
As we start to run, I rolled to see if I could make it. I did not. I fell flat on my face
Yeah.
before getting up and stumbling my way over.
Yeah. Sagan, you watch this happen from the individual who's like, no, I'm still going ahead of you. And you approach the trolley.
Sagan's not saying a word to that.
It looks like the trolley is balancing
Like,
over some of the still around mine tunnels as the road had collapsed towards it. There are about 7 individuals in it on different stages of in need of medical attention or fear, one of which is currently offering some aid to another person in the trolley in the form of first aid. Friend, would you like to describe your character?
Hey.
Hey.
Hi guys. I'm Friend, and as you can see, I don't like clothes very much.
Oh, okay.
I'm delicately
Jules, this is
draped
perfect for you.
I'm delicately draped in cloth, covering my important parts. But you see this sort of androgynous, red braided, sides of the head shaved, young person of half elven persuasion. They're just rubbing the little salves and bandaging someone as the trolley hangs precipitously. You also see that there's a sort of bubble around their head as they need to breathe fresh, clean air in order to do what they gotta do.
Do you have your mask on?
Yes. There's a wooden mask. Well, when I turn to look at you, you see I have a mask that is made of wood that has 3 crescent moons covering my face to about here. And I look up and I say, "Oh, can you please help these individuals off of this device?"
of course.
Can I make a history check?
You can make a history check, yeah. And friend, you also would have, because you succeeded on the save, you would have taken the 11 damage.
Yes.
17 on the history check with the mask.
17. While the specifics as to what the mask means eludes anyone who is not from the area, you do know that specific members of Chimerat are given masks and are seen as kind of status symbols, but not exactly. Those who carry masks are very well respected, but that doesn't mean they hold any particular political power.
May I make an investigation check to see if there's anywhere I could stand or anything that I could move to stabilize the trolley, and so we can get these people out without it going.
I was quite literally going to say, Julius, you're up. If you want to pull the car.
What? 10 total.
You have inspiration.
This.
Fine,
Good
I'll
time
use
to use
inspiration
I'm
because
just
it was a
saying,
2.
You can use
just
it.
because it was a 2, I'll use inspiration. Okay, 18 total.
18 and a
I rolled
natural
a 10.
20, assuming that is.
For the natural 20 for 24.
Oh my god. You both managed to find the right part to basically lever this thing back. And
No, you
looking
don't.
towards each other as you have had combat before and learned to trust each other in that short period of time, 3, 2, 1, and are able to kind of bring it back. You cannot hold it down for long, but as long as people move quickly to get through that broken, bit of window, they might be able to get out. So
Sagan is shouting for the shield sworn. And when I say shouting, I mean war cry level. Get the people off the trolley!
And Jules is screaming into the trolley with a very shaky voice, "Get the fuck out now before this thing falls."
They all start bolting towards the door. Friend, are you also running towards the people who...
These fucking idiots. Friend will take the last position and gently calm the people who are more injured. Is there someone who can't walk? Or
I'll say there's one who's walking with a definite limp.
I'll be helping them. But keeping my staff out so that if I need to, I can hook it onto something or reach out to somebody to grab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It starts to, as people are piling off this small crowd of individuals, you're starting to feel that grip leave as Friend is able to kind of toss the other person over and scramble out that window in time as the trolley begins to slip and drop into the hole that it was hanging over.
Yeah.
As soon as the last person's off, let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jules releases slightly early.
Crashes into the hole.
Wait, you released slightly early?
Mm-hmm. Jules is now down on...
Your feet lift off the ground, you're like, ah!
Yeah,
Jules
is on one knee at the moment.
1, 2.
Friend just puts their hand out. Hold on there, buddy. Don't go with it.
Jules is in the post-superhero landing pose, but they just fell.
Bad on the knees.
Just like face forward.
Yeah, like one arm down, one knee down, one arm up. It's like, ow.
This is not a normal day in this city, is it?
No, absolutely not.
You are injured. Is that person over there with the metal sticking to the leg part? That is not either.
As you say that, we jump back to Axe, where there is a member of the Shield Sworn who is currently hand on the bar, counting you down to remove it.
Friend is gonna run over.
just biting belt.
Roll me a con save.
Me?
Yes, Axe, roll me a con save.
How close can I
Their
get?
strength save to remove it.
I would like to know how much time I have before, or where am I in position to when they pull out.
You want to... they are going to pull out, but you'll be within the 30 feet.
Okay.
Pull out.
I rolled really well. Because again, it's a flat roll for me. Like whatever I roll in the die, that's what I get. I got a 16 this time. Much better. Con save is flat. Strength saves are decreased, but I get a flat 16. So at the very least, I endure this like a beast.
You're able to endure it. You only take 1 additional point of damage.
I'm so glad that I gave myself
from you. You are bleeding heavily, but he rolled a natural 20 on his strength save.
Oh, thank God.
Can I cast Healing Word?
Yes, you can.
So, friend points their staff at you and says, you hear them muttering as like their eyes blink green, and there's like this sort of like glitter effect on the staff before the blood that's like pouring out of you sort of like floats for a second, and then like begins to start mending your leg.
I like it. So, which, he's like biting. You can see his little fangs. He's like biting into this like thick leather thing, and then it's there is a scream, and then it goes into a as it starts. He's not complaining. He's just confused.
13 points of healing.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, God, look at that. I'm almost back up to max. I have 23 out of 28.
Oh my god! I just look behind you and I just see a cat attached to the wall. Other side.
Wait, what?
Poker was trying. Yep, there.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. We have a. By the way, our apartment setup is a little weird. Where he is right there, that's a tiny vanity in the bedroom. Like, this is technically like the bigger bedroom, but we just turned it into like our crafting and like space with desks.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a little sink over there and a vanity and like bright lights and stuff that we haven't really had much chance to use yet. But Booker loves to just hop up there and stare around. Not
I
necessarily
just saw a
at
cat trying to
himself.
climb the wall, and I'm like,
It's fine.
Bard has rolled a
It's
posture
fine.
check, so everyone roll it. Everyone, posture
How
check.
dare you, Bard? You know I don't have good posture.
Fuck it.
Ow.
Oh. Everything's fine. I find it ironic that we're doing a posture check as we get out of the rubble.
Perfect.
What more appropriate time?
There's only one more shield sworn in the area. You can see that they are scrambling as their forces are also very injured and divided. You look up the mountain at where Elysia was. And it has, for the most part, sunk in on itself. The entire structure is gone. What looked like waves of marble and greenery is replaced with dust and dirt and broken trees and concrete. There's nothing left.
Sega's immediately on both knees as he's just silent, like perpetual tearing. Just seeing this. Like, destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
Is anyone else injured to a point where like they're like almost dead in this group of people?
But points to Jules.
Yeah,
Technically not. I am technically, my current health is over Axe's max.
Yes,
Okay.
but you have more than me to begin with.
Monks.
Also, one of the so there are two unconscious individuals in this group as well. One of them looks like they probably just took a bad hit to the head. The other one looks very, very, very rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna healing
You
word.
rolled a 17 on the save.
So the first one gets 6 HP. The second one gets 9 HP. As again, I'm just sort of like holding out the staff, muttering something, and then like it glitters again, and then I look over at Jules and I see that they're a little rough around the edges. I go,
They're physically shaking very hard.
may I place my hand on you?
I'd prefer not. I hurt everywhere.
I can help that not be the case.
Unfortunately, this is not something that can be healed by magic. This takes time.
Check.
You can make him
Sure. No, he said insight.
Oh, insight?
Yeah. 21.
Jules is telling the truth. They are indeed in a great deal of pain, and it is a pain they are familiar with. And it is not something that can be helped with magic. They may... With a 21, you probably understand that this is a chronic condition that Jules has dealt with for a very long time.
Very well.
I appreciate the help.
Yes, if you, I don't know how to help you, but if you can think of something, let me know.
I think I just need some rest. Mostly.
I didn't prepare sleep today, so, perhaps tomorrow. Or I have some shamamale. It's a type of beverage that you can drink.
Jules gives a little bit of a chuckle and then a cough because of all the shit in the air, and then a reeling of pain because their freaking ribs are broken.
Oh, there is something I can help you with.
If you must.
Does anyone else not have something covering their mouth? Besides Jules? Everyone else is...
I'm gonna
Axe,
pass my thing.
Axe and Emerson both have their Duch tears, which come across like masks. So they basically have what looks like, and this is new to you, they have, it looks like a blue holographic mesh that's covering their faces that has a slight glow to it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like looking around. What about the two that are unconscious?
Neither of them have anything covering their face.
Okay, I'm going to cast Air Bubble. The same thing I cast on myself in the trolley. At a higher level, so I can target Jules and those two. And there's sort of like this barrier that just kind of like has fresh, clean air. And then like there's like, you can see the sprinkling of dust, almost like when you're looking through like a ray of light.
Okay.
So there's like the twinkling, glittering dust around your face, but you can breathe the air. It's kind of like the bubblehead charm from Harry Potter.
That's nice, thank you.
It's funny, that's actually what I thought of when you said that earlier.
Yeah, it's from the Outer Space Spelljammer campaign.
Cool.
So, yeah, you see again the glittering staff, and the eyes flash like a different color, they're like a purple, and then they're gonna go ahead and go around and start like bandaging people and using salve on like smaller cuts and wiping like dust off of people's faces and just kind of like helping out wherever they can, because healing is kind of their vibe, and this is a
Big moment.
catastrophic event. So
Absolutely.
Much appreciated. What can I call you?
My name is really long, but people just usually call me friend.
Thank you. My name is Jules. Happy to meet you.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and the rest of you as well. I assume you are some sort of group of people.
After a fashion.
Friend will sort of like lift off the mask and like put it on their head so you can see their face, and then they'll bow. politely.
The
And
first
oh yeah, sorry.
sorry. The first thing that you notice when Friend lifts up the mask is that Friend does not have any fen tears. Or duck tears.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm going to go help these people. But I will be around if you need anything.
I think I should lie down for a minute. Jules is going to try and find a out of the way nook to kind of support themselves with, and take a short rest. Try and calm themselves, make the trembles maybe ease up a bit, and just kind of take in the extreme nature of what just happened.
Anybody else have anything they want to do in this moment?
Sagan is just going to he's still enraptured by the sheer destruction of Illusia. It's gonna kind of shake himself out of it. And is gonna hear out for any other potential, like any cries of people underneath rubble that's nearby that needs help.
Make a perception check.
That is a 17.
Mm-hmm. 17? Mm-hmm. Brian, check the group chat real quick.
Thank you.
There's a lot of sounds of other people here. You can hear crying, people calling for help. And one of the things that catches your attention is right next to the cafe that you were just buried under is the blacksmith shop you were just in. And part of the wall in that building has collapsed.
He's heading over to heading over to the smithy. What was the smithy's name again? If we made up one?
I made up one, but did I say it?
Deborah.
Did I?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. Let me grab my notes from last time.
Last time on Trauma, Life in D&D.
Next time on D&D, more trauma.
I don't think we gave him one.
I didn't think so.
I don't think we gave him one. Going through my... That was it. That was it. Wow.
Deborah.
Marcus is his name.
Marcus kind of like runs the rubble just almost in tears. Marcus? Marcus, are you there?
Make another perception check. First off, actually, you're going to need, because part of the building has collapsed, but it's kind of collapsed in front of the door. So if you're going through the door, you're going to have to you're either going to have to climb over for either one would be athletics. Climb over, or you're going to have to try and muscle the door.
Alright, so I'll try to muscle the door. So, what was it? Athletics?
Yes.
Well, this is fitting and filled with drama. Natural 1.
Oh.
You go to muscle through the door and you slam and you slam and it's not budging, and you can hear more of the wall begin to collapse inside the building as your efforts are causing it to become more structurally unsound.
Marcus, if you're there, please give me a sign that you're alive. I'll make that perception check now.
May I?
If you can say that as you're, because you were helping out random people, you can see Sagan's behavior and start heading in that direction.
Okay.
I'm actually about to ask about the same thing.
24, natural 19.
24.
Yep.
You listen and listen. And after a bit, you hear a slight shifting under the stone. Inside.
Marcus? Marcus, please say something.
Make an intelligence check.
Uh, 12.
Well, you're not sure if he's either in there and just unconscious, if he had left, if it's something worse.
Let's try on the door again. Frantically.
Make another athletics. At this point, Friend and Emerson, you have reached the door where he is.
21.
21. This time you're able to muscle it the rest of the way through. A few more large slabs of stone crash into the room. Make another perception check for me, and if the other two would like to as well, since you're now there, you can.
Oh, shit. 24 again.
Okay.
13.
13? Okay.
19.
Emerson, what was your roll?
19.
19? Okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear. My ears are terrible.
That's fine.
Friend, you're still getting used to structures like these. This whole city has thrown you off, and now it's gone, and there's a lot of stone.
What are all these rocks doing here? This is weird. There were structures before.
They're not made out of trees? What is happening? They're not in the trees? What is happening? Sagan and Emerson, you do see an individual on the ground, half buried in the rubble, unconscious, unmoving, and their one arm is completely buried.
Is there a puddle of blood around the buried portion?
Not what you can see. But it's up to the shoulder. You don't know what's further in.
Is Marcus awake?
No.
Kind of like check him over? Like nothing like fatal, or is it just?
Make a medicine check.
If I can see them too, I would also like to.
Sagan would have run over to them at that point, I'm sure. Yeah. So now you notice where he is.
14.
14. Okay. Friend, are you also making a medicine check? You said.
23.
Okay. Sagan, you're still in a foggy panic seeing your friend down, and he's just out, and you can't seem to wake him up. Friend, you've noticed that he definitely took a little bit of a blow as he went down. And there is some blood underneath where the arm is covered. It looks like they probably have a wicked injury underneath that rubble. Their arm is basically crushed. They're alive.
Stand by.
Attack.
Jules, probably about now.
Mm-hmm.
Jules, you're probably about now.
Thank you.
It's worth a shot.
Sagan knows of a technique where, also, kind of a technique for, and slight PSA. If you see someone that's unconscious and you're trying to wake them up, but in a non-hazardous way, best thing to do is put your palms like right there where the clavicle meets the neck, and just push in. Sends a bit of blood rush to the brain. They're up. So just kind of like
squeeze a little bit more. Not a PSA.
That's not a PSA. That's kink talk, and we don't have time for that. But yeah, so we'll kind of just be like, okay, you're good. You need to wake up now and squeeze.
Friend's gonna look over at you and say, I'm gonna turn into a bear real quick and try to lift this rubble off of them. If you want to try to pull them out at the same time.
Both of you hear this from the half-elf friend that you just met, and goes, I'm going to turn into a bear real quick.
As if it's just second nature. Yeah.
Sagan's just like, yeah, that is fine. Do what you need to do. Complete tunnel vision.
Please don't rub my tummy. I don't like that.
Duly noted. Just get to.
I think Emerson's still just confused by the fact that he said he was going to turn into a bear.
Right.
It's like
and he'll put his hands, which will become giant paws, in a place where it's comfortable, and then he's going to squat down, and then you see this like very, very white, orange-haired half-elf sort of fuse with their clothing and their staff into this giant black bear. And as they push up, they're gonna sort of like try to put all their effort into it.
All right, make a strength.
Are we in Brave now?
What's that?
I said, are we in Brave now?
I thought you said, are we on break now? Like, shit, did the scene change? Fuck! Were we break this entire time?
Only in Brave if you can't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Make a bear strength check with advantage. And depending on how that goes, the other two are going to have to make rolls. I don't like the face that you're making right now.
Oh no.
11 was the highest.
Good.
11 is the highest.
Jeez.
It's okay. It's not that. It's not like the last slab. It's not like the huge one that caused Axe to be impaled.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no rebar about it.
You are able to lift it. You're not going to be able to hold it long, though. So the other two are going to have to be fast because that was a pretty low roll. So Sagan, Emerson, make me athletics checks to try and pull him out.
Yes.
You can do
19 for 26.
10, 11 total.
Okay. Emerson takes like his legs. And Sagan just full on.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Yeah.
Sagan would have been more focused on like Tunnel Vision, just grab whatever he can, yank.
Oh yeah, just full on like scruff the shirt, just get out.
And you're able
And I
to
just help however I can.
pull him out of the rubble before it falls once more from the bear formed back. His arm looks mangled to shit.
Shit, fuck.
As he's now waking up, as you attempted to wake him up right before this happened.
Immediately, belt in teeth. Just like gets his belt in teeth
Yeah.
and gets the axe. I'm sorry, friend. But for now, your days of fortune are done. As he, presses the axe, shoulder to sever the mangled fucking limb.
Make a medicine check, or make a strength check. Friend, are you doing anything?
Can you heal as a bear?
The bear is just watching you cut off the arm.
Actually, no, wait. Before he does that, are there any fires about?
I mean, this is the blacksmith, right?
Yeah, the forge is only partially covered. It's not fully covered.
Is
Is there anything is it still lit?
Still lit, or did it go out with the earthquake?
No, it's still somewhat lit. It looks like it's dying down, but it is still lit.
Sagan in his tunnel vision just looks to Emerson. What if there's metal in there? Grab it and get ready to cauterize the wound. Sagan is going like full head of ER right now.
Before crush syndrome sets in.
Real quick, is the arm is like fucked, right?
It's real fucked. It's mangled as hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hence why Sagan's
yeah,
like,
dreaded.
yeah, no, leaving. Arm has to go.
I can stay here.
The bear gently sets down the rubble, looks over at Sagan, and is like, and then sort of lumbers out to go see if they can lift anything else.
Yeah.
Granted, Black Bear has kind of a red mohawk, but that's the only thing that determines that this is not just some random bear.
That's
No,
cool.
I like that. I like that flair.
There's still a little bit of extra panic from the people who were already panicking because now there's a bear.
Suddenly bears.
Their town just fell on them and now there's a bear. The bear at the
yeah.
side of the road.
Bear full head of ER is unintentionally basically barking orders at Emerson to basically get hot metal from the forge.
Does
don't know
Emerson
what the
comply?
Yeah, he does. I was just frantically scrambling to try and find something metal that's not a weapon. Which I guess
Anything that's metal and in the forge and red hot.
Yeah, you're easily able to find something that can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. As soon as the arm goes, in the left hand, he's got the axe blade, ready on the arm, and a free hand ready to be handed the metal, to cauterize. So
am I gonna do the cauterizing, or are you?
Either way, it's. Hold on, let me check because again, Sega's pretty tunnel vision right now, so
Yeah. And also, this is a friend of his, so I feel like he would be want. I feel like he might want to do it himself.
Yeah, no. Basically, like the free hand is like ready for you to give Sagan the hot metal.
Yeah.
Kind of like again, he's very tunnel vision right now.
As you're setting up to do this and he's coming to consciousness, he does kind of grab your arm with this like intense look as you've got the hand against the axe ready to press down.
He makes sure he doesn't look at the arm, because as soon as he looks at the arm, that shock is going to set in. Like, just kind of... I'm sorry, Marcus, it's got to go. Yes, it's just... medicine check. This could go wrong. 14. 14.
14. He lets out a nasty yell underneath that leather. It's not quite one single movement to remove it. But you succeed and you cauterize and he passes out. But he's alive.
Anyone on the outside hearing this, eventually you see Sagan just like not firing McCarry, but carrying in his arms out in front of him a now one-armed blacksmith. Sagan does not look happy, one bit.
Axe, you notice this as he's coming out. What's going on through Axe's mind?
Axe is already looking a little pasty for everything, given what he's been through. But like, what little color he has like in his face from other stuff just kind of like quickly drains, and his eyes get this weird like far away look, and he kind of looks over, like checks kind of quick scan of like people that were with me all seem to be doing okay, and then he just kind of ends up like staring at the ground a little bit, and his left hand starts like clenching and unclenching.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I think after about this amount of time, 20-30 minutes since Jules took his pain meds, he gets up out of the nook and heads over to where his half unconscious new friends are, and just kind of checks in with Axe, kind of seeing this far off distant stare. Are you doing okay, buddy?
There's a very small like he controls it really well, but there's a very small like startle when you first come in, like that, and you've seen like he's perceptive. There's a very small like you actually like startled him just a tiny bit, but he does a good job of like controlling it. And when he looks up, his eyes are a little bit more like in focus, but they're still a little yeah. Long day, big day.
Day
Not
indeed.
good. Yeah, are you feeling okay? Do you need a little extra? I've got some.
Save it for those who need it. I'm doing better. Not great, but better. And you can see
looks
the
down
pain
at his leg.
in his face is much more hidden, but you can tell it's still there. He's coping with it better. The shaking's still there a little bit, although if you didn't know to look for it, probably wouldn't see it. We should probably get our friends somewhere safe.
Yeah, somewhere we can kind of recuperate a bit.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to take a little break.
Yep.
That's like a really good part to take a break. Consider where we're going to go forward. Take a mental health break because this has been really intense. Thank you for our viewers. If you needed to step away, I hope you did.
Yeah.
We will be back in what? 10 minutes?
10, 15 max.
Yeah.
15 minutes max is a good, healthy portion.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 15 minutes from now. Again, thank you. And if you did step away, we completely understand. Do not feel bad about stepping away.
Especially with topics as heavy as this.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Natural disasters are no joke. So, yep, we'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere, and get your snacks, get your drinks if you need to. That goes as well for the players. And we'll be back shortly.
And welcome back. With the city of Elysia destroyed, our party here is taking time to connect with each other, mourn what they've lost, see what they can do to help. What would you like to do next?
I should have thought about this during the break.
Sagan is going to call Beliana.
All right. You immediately pull out your stone, and there's a moment where you think it's not going to connect, that something that happened here has disrupted enough of that energy that's utilized. And yet you do eventually get a... Sagan, what the fuck was that noise? Did you hear it wherever you are?
Oh, thank the spirits you're alive.
Oh, what?
Look towards Elysia.
Oh, we've been looking that direction. There's been quite a few landslides. Old Cobb noticed a landslide hit the waterfall area recently.
Is anyone hurt?
No, just terrified and just stop. And you see her get distracted a little bit. Just get the fuck, just get in the building. You'll be fine. Handling, just some panic happening. What's going on?
Alicia's gone.
What you mean gone?
It's gone. It collapsed in on itself. We don't know what happened. There was an earthquake, and then there was a much bigger earthquake afterwards. Everything collapsed. We just made it out of the rubble. Some of us.
You just start hearing, hey, no! Grab the trucks, grab the supplies. It'll take a few hours, but we'll get there.
Malewin may have to hold refugees for a time being.
We're already stretched pretty thin, but we'll see what we can do.
Just do as much as you can.
Gather what we can. Stay safe.
We'll get to you some way, but meet us at the... I imagine Elysia has like entrances like to the north, south, east, like different entrances.
It actually only has the one. It only takes up one half of the mountain. It doesn't go along both sides.
Okay.
So it actually is on the southeastern edge, is where the city was. But there are a couple points. One's closer to the east, and you can say that's where you guys are.
Okay.
But you're on level 8, which is the only area where you probably would have survived. Which is why I kept the trolley away.
We're on level 8. Just meet us at the entrance.
Will do. Stay safe. I'll make a few more calls too, see what else we can gather.
As many medical supplies as you can spare too. We've got a lot injured. And as he just looks up at the fucking destruction that is on the mountainside. It's gone. Completely.
We'll do what we can.
I'm just glad you're alive.
And you. The mountain with the... There was a landslide by the waterfall. It's going to take us a while to dig that way out, so we've got to get there by car. But we'll be there.
Just keep me posted.
We'll gather the fox, we'll be over. And she hangs up.
Anyone who's watching sees a moment of almost like mental flatline. It snaps out of it. Right. We've got possible medevac from Millerwind coming our way with trucks and supplies. They're going to help out, and we've got to get people to the entrances ready to be picked up, and they're going to be going to Millerwind.
And Millerwind take all these people?
They'll do the best they can. They're stretched pretty thin.
Thin as in supplies? Or...
We
lost Icarus.
Yes, we did.
Oh, Icarus is back.
There you go.
Yay.
Hi.
Zoom hates you.
Late. Our internet that's been a little fucky lately. Like yesterday, it was a struggle to do anything, but it wasn't out. I don't know. Either way, meh.
Not great.
It's better than standing around here.
I may have you see him kind of shake off the buzzing in his head. I may have supplies that might help back in Clovelar. We keep a surplus of everything.
Do you have anyone to call to possibly help?
I do. I can call Mom, or let's see. I know I have somebody else on here. I just forgot their names. I can call Matrix Wilperstock. She's the delegate for Clovelar. She might be able to send help.
Anything you can do. Jules.
With that thought, I'm just gonna continue, or I should say, continue your role play. I'm gonna go grab my Chipotle.
Okay. Jules. Thank you.
Nobody should have to live through this. This is unprecedented.
Just looks to the side, like you see Sega like properly examining the damage, and you just see his face sink. That's like, it's that moment where for players and for viewers at home, this is going to be a bit dark. But you ever have that moment where you see like some sort of natural disaster or something really horrific on TV, and you just like, it's that moment of like processing, and then finally it hits?
I think all of us have been through that one moment.
About to say, you're saying this
A very specific
generation
morning
that went through 9/11.
Mm-hmm. I sure as hell remember that morning.
I didn't want to state the obvious.
Of course.
But yeah.
We all went through it.
It's that, like, Sagan's going through that moment of, like, processing, like, what the fuck actually just happened. as he just stares at the... I imagine the dust is not even settled right now.
No, it's still pretty. It's high. It's there are people who are coated with it, who are just trying to find anything to wash it out of their eyes, their mouths, their throat.
What's
rough.
visibility like?
Like maybe 40 feet. It's
Jesus.
nothing. It's like nothing.
It's heavily obscured, yeah.
Just
As Jules is tampering with his sending stone, trying to either get his matrix contact or his mother, kind of sees this going on in Sagan's face and just gives him a hug. Gentle one.
Crazy bastards didn't even cut it all the way through.
You hug him and he breaks. Yeah, no, he's just sobbing in your shoulder
Yeah.
right now.
I full embrace. Hey, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
I'm
We're
sorry.
alive.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Don't be. This is insane what just happened.
There was a landslide back in Malawan as well, near the waterfall section. Luckily, no one was hurt. But it wasn't as bad. It
So
was just structural damage, it seems.
Well, at least there was only one city destroyed.
As far as we know.
This is true.
It looks to Axe and Emerson. I'm sorry to ask so much of you right now, especially given that it points to Axe's leg. But is there... could you call and find out if this is happening back home? Or if this is an isolated event, or rather it's widespread?
Yeah. I'll see if anything happened in the wastes. Sorry. Quick check, because I don't think we established Sarah. The guy who did his tech stuff that he's like helping out, who's giving him information about like where the gang members are.
Right.
He's still in the Binding Waste, right? Arden, the little gnome.
He's still in Zavere. Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point that's the. I forgot to tell you this earlier. I think at this point that is the person he's technically closest to.
Mm-hmm.
But since Doran betrayed him, he's not like he doesn't really have anybody he's close to anymore, because it was really just Doran. And since he got betrayed, he's like, I don't know about that. Fuck that. Yeah, no, he'll probably just ring up Arden real quick.
Alright, so you're calling your buddy, your
Tech guy.
your techie,
My
your
modder.
modder. Alright, so you call him up.
I don't know if it boops and beeps, but I say it does.
I can't remember. It was
it's
oh,
well
Arden.
defined.
Arden Flourish. That's right.
Yeah, that's the main name that he goes by with non-gnomes, because gnomes have like 15.
Oh no, Flembeck died!
Y'all
You
got
enjoyed that!
Not in the way you're thinking. It did cross my mind as you guys were getting real attached to this long ass name that you gave Flembeck and his fucking wife. And I'm like, they're never gonna, like, Flembeck's gonna die. They're not gonna meet Flembeck.
Oh no.
Damn it!
No.
Fuck!
I'm sorry.
I literally prepared and rehearsed a ladies and gentlemen, this is Flimbeck, and gone through the whole name? Oh, his tombstone is gonna be huge.
Yeah. Or they're gonna have to make sure that they get somebody to do it in very tiny font.
I was like trying really hard not to be like, don't get too invested. You guys are taking this a little bit too hard. Yeah, so you call Arden up.
Yeah, just please pick up. Please pick up. Please pick up.
And it's just a what?
Hi. Is Zavere still standing?
Why wouldn't it be?
Because Elysium's hot.
What
There
do
was
you
a double
mean, Elise?
earthquake. I don't know if you have other people here that you need to check on, but I'm just letting you know there was a double earthquake. Everything above level 4 is gone. I got a pipe in my, or a rebar, something hard and metal in my leg. So I'm going to be dealing with that. Art, is everything there okay?
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Do I sound like why would I? No, I'm not fucking with you. I am stone cold serious right now.
Make a persuasion check.
Is this
Because you're telling somebody, and
good at.
Malaywin is close enough that they could hear that devastating noise.
Yeah.
Zavere
yeah, that's a 20.
is in the binding wastes on the other half of the continent.
Mind you, I rolled an 11. It's a 21 total.
Oh my fucking god.
Buds!
Putting it out there. I rolled an 11. It's a 21 total.
That's awesome.
You're not fucking with me.
No, do you want me to drop the rebar that landed in my leg on the ground so you can hear the click-clang, click-clang? Sorry, I'm in a lot of pain.
Pain makes me cranky.
And apparently there was a landslide in Malaywin near some of the one of the big waterfalls. No one there was hurt, which is good. But they heard some of what we did. One of the people I'm with called one of their contacts in there. Is Zavere okay? Are the binding wastes as a whole okay?
Seems fine here.
I feel like you would have noticed if the ground like opened up and shook around a bit. Okay. So maybe this was centered around here or something. Who knows? The landslide there could have been caused by what was going on here, because it was one and then another, and it was bad. Okay, well, if you have anybody that you need to check on in Malaywin, or please I suggest giving a call. I can play errand boy for a little bit. I've got to find a weaver to fix my leg, which might be a little hard right now. It's fine.
Don't die. And he hangs up.
Sounds about
right. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, just the binding wastes are okay. There was apparently like nothing big enough to cause any confusion, and he thought I was fucking with him apparently. I don't know anybody in any other regions. Sorry.
I'm gonna get a hold of Clovelar.
Okay.
And I dial up the Matrix on my phone.
Oh, so you're calling Matrix? Okay. Friend? I saw a hand.
Oh.
Forgive me, because I don't have one of these. Are these duck terrors like phones? Like, can you communicate long distance with people?
Sending phone.
Most people have sending stones that have been modified and are basically like phones.
That's what. Personally, it's a sending phone.
Is ascending.
Instead of ascending.
Yeah, it's ascending.
It's ascending phone.
His friend is gonna at this point walk over after like helping triage and stuff, like in their
I love that I've kept Brian in the dark about most of this because his character is in the dark about all of this.
It's brilliant.
So yeah, you're just watching
like
people like rip out like
everyone, like,
weird glowing rocks and
Like,
talking to them.
Yeah,
we are talking into glowing rocks right now.
Yeah.
Wait, friend, do you not have a sending phone?
friend is gonna like who was the last one to use one?
It would be Axe, yeah.
Axe? Okay, so
Yeah, 'cause
Jules is like taking theirs out, and Axe friend's gonna come up and like put their like hand on your forehead. Are you all right? Did the blood loss? You're probably alright.
I mean, I probably need some back, but I'm fine. Why?
All right.
Am I
I gotta have a scratchy voice for some reason. I wanted to check on you, but apparently more than one person talks to rocks here. Is that normal?
Yes,
You not
friend.
have a-
They're sending phones. They're communication stones. Do you not have one?
No, I've heard of them, but my grandmother avoids technology.
Well, considering the current situation, I think you might need one. And I'm going to reach into my pouch and grab out the one that I grabbed off of the guy that I teabagged earlier in the day.
You did
Hand it
steal
over
his
to
phone.
friend.
You did steal his phone.
Amazing.
This one's for you.
I'd like to do a general perception check on friend.
Yeah, go ahead, make a perception check.
Hello.
No idea.
Is that a good yell or a bad yell?
I have to ask, were you thinking of anyone in particular when you're doing that, or are you just yelling at the rock?
Just yelling at them.
Okay.
You have to think about the person you want to talk to. Like kind of imagine their face in your head, and then it'll help connect you to them if they have a sending.
Do they have to have one of these?
Yes.
Yes.
Try calling me.
Hold on, I need to close my eyes to visualize you.
Inspiration.
Yes. I love this so much.
I'm gonna
love this.
die.
No, you know what it is? It's city folk versus the Amish.
Oh.
Hello.
Is that you?
Yes, it is I. The Jewel of Clovelar.
I can hear you. It's as if you are right next to me.
Exactly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must make another call.
Thank you.
All my mind was seeing was in Firefly. Just check 1 2 1 2. Captain, can you hear me? Of course I can. I'm right here. I'm checking the comms. Can you hear me? Yes, because I'm standing right here.
Captain, you're coming in clear.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because I'm standing right here.
I'm actually rewatching Firefly because it's on Disney Plus, by the way.
I
For
was
you.
literally just about to see. Wait, it's on Disney Plus.
For me,
It's
at
on
least.
Disney Plus for him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
VPN. Need a VPN.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Hey,
Before I forget.
Well, nah, I'll tell that story later. Never mind.
Oh, sorry.
If I remember.
I booped Sagan on the nose. There are efforts to move survivors to the surrounding cities. And also, what else did I learn? Oh, as a member of the Arbor, I can ask for help. So they should be able to take some as well.
None of you have. Well, Emerson is the only one who's ever heard the term the Arbor because they're a secret.
Don't tell it.
I think now in a time of disaster, secrets are kind of like.
I feel like I need to point this out.
Yeah. Yes.
I was gonna say, by the way, that perception on friend was 18 total.
18 total. What is seen on you, friend? What are you giving away?
The fact that friend is like from the woods. Yeah, they're not fucking around. They definitely did not know what a sending phone was, and by the way, the mask is back on. But you can still like see like the pure curiosity and the wonderment of like the technological devices, like including the Fentaires and the other ones.
Duch's tear.
Yeah, Duch's tear.
Quack quack.
So, Sega sees no Fentaires, no Duch's tears, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Just I'm sorry to ask such a personal question.
Go ahead.
But where are your Fentaires?
You are 15, right? At least.
What?
Like pulls back the hair a bit. These?
Yes. I am 15, or I was at one point, but no, I was forbidden from getting them.
Anyone who wants to make well, it's not a high DC, but you can make a history check.
Also, I would like to I want to correct what I said earlier. My friend from the woods is going to be the term that I use.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's fine.
Because
You would have known not to bring up the Arbor.
Yeah.
But also something I just thought about, would Emerson have any clue as to the Arbor situation from seeing his mask?
You know about the Arbor because of where you're from.
Yeah.
You know the significance of that mask.
Okay.
So
I
sent you
already have
a
clue.
text.
Yeah.
Huh?
I went back and read it just now actually, but so he would have already had a clue.
You
as
already,
to-
yeah, you know that.
Okay.
You know what if he's talking about the friends in the woods. You know who he means
Okay.
or who they mean. I'm sorry.
oh yeah, it's they them, but they don't even know what it is, so they don't care.
14, by the way.
22. I rolled really high.
Nice.
Did anyone roll under a 5 for the history check?
Oh, I haven't even rolled.
Didn't roll because they're about to be on the phone.
Fair.
Accepted. They probably heard a little nugget before they dialed. If you want it.
Did you roll under 5 there, Emerson?
No, I had 18 total.
Gotcha.
Mm.
There are communities of people known as the Weaveless who've chosen not to receive Fentaires or Duch's tears. They are extremely rare. There are those who just as a person ends up choosing to be Weaveless and not, go for that. There's also entire communities who there is a community of religious individuals who are the Weaveless who are very anti the use of Aetherweave because they take the myth of the sisters literally and believe that the use of Aetherweave is to be taking pieces of the mother's body.
Okay, so they're kind of like this world's version of I like the Amish people, kind of.
Yes, there are people who are basically this world's version of the Amish. Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking cool.
They're like a community that maintains their traditions, and they're gonna have that more They're not going to use the technology. They're the ones who are using the carts, and they're using the horses, and sending stones haven't changed for them. They exist, and people accept that they exist, and they're just kind of like, oh yeah, they're the weedless. You know, it's kind of like they're that strange cult of people who don't utilize it. But there are others who are not members of the religion who still, you know, either their family decided or they've decided to remain weaveless for whatever reason.
And there's a reason, but I'll tell you later.
Wait. So fucking cool.
Unless you want to ask me now, that's fine.
I generally love that dichotomy in this world. That, like, you know, we took this thing that you told us, and we're just like, that's so cool, but we didn't even consider the possibility of, wait, people can opt out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like my dad with technology.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, same though.
He just got a Galaxy,
Yes.
I think, or 6.
Jules, you were calling Matrix.
Yes. I'm calling Matrix Wolperstock.
Mm-hmm. You call, and shortly after you hear a pretty flustered, yes, hello, how can I help?
Hello, Matrix. I don't know if you remember me from last year's festival, but my name is Jules, son of Jamala.
Jules. Hey, are you also calling about the tremors that we've been feeling?
Yes, I have something big to report, and I need the help of the collective.
All right.
Alicia is gone.
Gone. What?
It has collapsed in on itself. Apparently there was a landslide and earthquake, and a great deal of the city is dead, dying, and in need of desperate help.
All right, baby. I'm gonna set out some people right away. We're gonna get there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
All right.
We have someone in Malawan who is setting up a place for refugees to go, but they are very short on supplies. If we could
I'm
please
sure they'll
bring...
get there before we will, but I'm gonna call up some of the I can reach out to some of my political contacts and see if we can get some of the local bases to reach out to you guys as well, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank
Be
you.
safe, hon.
Always. You as well.
All right.
Thank you. Then I'm also going to call Mom.
Okay. You reach out. Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, Jules.
It's okay. I'm safe. I'm not too terribly hurt. Have you heard what happened?
We've only felt the tremors. We thought there was some sort of earthquake going through.
Yes, there was a landslide and an earthquake, and Alicia is gone.
Oh.
It's...
Are you all right?
I'll be okay. There's others that need my help more than I need help.
Are you being careful?
You know me, Mom.
I do. That's why I'm asking.
I will try to be careful in the future. But right now, people need me. And I'm hoping that I've already contacted Matrix. So
Okay.
she's getting the ball rolling.
Okay, good. All right. I'll see what I
But
can
if you could gather the locals, have them take our extra supplies and bring them up to Malawan, please.
Should I... Do you need me to reach out to Raven?
Well, I've got a friend here who's got a pretty nasty wound, so if he's willing to come help on that, then yes.
He doesn't go out much, but I can see what supplies he can offer.
That would be helpful.
How are your supplies?
One of my syringes has been crushed. Most everything else is safe in the haversack.
I'll see what I can do. Be safe, please.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, hon.
I will see you when I see you.
Gotta be soon.
Yeah. Stay safe.
You too.
Bye. Jules kind of collects himself for a moment. Clovelar is sending supplies and people. I told them to meet us in Malawan, help the refugees. Let's get to work.
I'm going to let my friend know about the incoming help as well. Call Beliano again.
Chad, I swear to God, if you do not put that down, why the fuck would we need that? Grab the crate of supplies. Motherfuck. Hello?
Says, when did you go southern?
Oh shit.
That was amazing. I think when she gets stressed, she needs to go real southern. I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm here
She goes
for it,
hardcore.
I get the same thing.
though. I love the dichotomy of like from Irish to southern though. Like, where was
There's a lot of overlap between because the Appalachian accent's kind of derived from a lot of Scotch-Irish settlers. It would not surprise me.
Listen, I just got stuck in Clovolar, which brings out the accent that I should not have, but I have. I grew up in fucking PA.
You get the Destin. You get the Destin.
It's just, I'm stuck. Let.
Think Cali.
Oh,
Yep.
Pennsylvania, born and raised.
Barney.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Now think drunk pirate Cali.
Oh, okay.
Are you still good?
We're still good. I've got some good news though. I've got a friend who's reached out to Cloverla, who's going to help out with supplies.
Perfect. That's what I need to hear.
I'm not sure about any. We have a few contacts who's willing to help, but they've all been told that Malawan is going to be a wee bit of a hub for refugees, but you're going to get help with reinforcements and supplies.
I've reached out to people. I can do it. I can do it.
I believe in you.
Cali.
I know. I really got stuck. Oh, Booker.
Okay.
I reached out to people as well, and you should be receiving some more supplies soon enough.
Guys, we just need pickup and medics. A fuck ton of medics.
Medics are incoming. I promise that. The Shieldsworn are sending out one of their one of the local bases. They're sending out supplies. Full on relief.
Good. Right. We're gonna start getting refugees out to the entrance to Alicia. We will see who's there. I'm warning you now. It's not pretty.
I see, not pretty. We'll be there.
I'm just warning you.
I know.
I'll see you soon. Immediately there goes the axe. That magic ability that you have to make your voice go louder.
Yeah.
Can you cast it on me?
Yeah, come here. Just as a warning, though, it will go very loud. So
As loud as you can give me. I'm basically trying to call out to anyone within ear range to head for the
Okay.
entrance for refugee pickup, medical aid, and to head to Malewin.
In the meantime, run over. Yes, Mayor. I don't know what I'm using. It's a rock, but can you
You
please
say mayor?
Yeah. He's the only person that he could think of that would maybe have one of these. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just the mayor of Furban, no big deal.
nice.
Mayors are not really much of a thing.
Elder,
Delegate?
Delegates are a thing?
That's who I called.
Yeah, delegates are a thing.
who's like the highest up person that grandma would
delegate?
speak him to in
That
Furban?
that your grandmom would know?
Yeah.
Your mom or your grandmom would know.
She is Elven. So she old.
Yeah, she's old. And you guys are from
Near Furban.
Fairbend, right? So actually,
Sorry to interrupt, Mitch.
because you're in Chimera, they do have kind of like their own little, because each town has a council member that works as, it's kind of like a voting caucus.
Okay.
Because they're the most democratic society in Esolar. So it is kind of like a mayor. Is this someone that you've actually met, or just someone that your grandmother has met?
She would have introduced me at some point in my life, and they would be like the only person that he would think to be like, who would have a shiny rock like this that can respond to this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Grandma definitely does not have.
No, grandmom does not have one. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not. This isn't a prank. What a prank call? I'm not yelling.
I need you to do me a favor real quick. And just roll me a intelligence check.
You knew that was going to be a bad one. Ooh, 14. Okay.
Okay.
+0, mind you.
All right. So you call out on the stone, trying to imagine this figure that you met when you were a child.
Yep.
And it takes a while before you are connected to the...
Every 3 seconds. Hello? Is this working?
Click it. But it does get connected to the leader of Fearbend, specifically a older androgynous Kenku by the name of Sayer.
Okay.
And you get that, and again, Kenkus tend to skip between multiple voices and stuff, so it's not going to be consistent, so no one yell at me. That's the point. You just get a, hello, how can I help you?
Hello. I am friend. You are the mayor, yes? The council person? Council meeting?
I'm considered as close to a mayor as you would expect in a town like Fearbend.
Ah, good. This city that my brain can't remember.
Elysia.
Elysia just collapsed into a pile of rubble. And there are a lot of dead and injured people here.
I'm sorry, but who is this?
Oh. Yeah. This is friend. I'm a friend. I'm friend.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. That was the most unconvincing shit I've ever heard.
8 and 8. Super good.
Listen, son, I don't know how you got this number, but please do not call back again. Like,
Hello?
Oh, friend, it's okay.
This rock is broken.
No, honey, they just hung up on you.
What does that mean?
They
I
put
don't-
the rock down on the other end.
Oh. He sets it on the ground, or they set it on the ground. And they pick it back up. Hello?
y'all, friend is your 80-year-old grandma. You're trying to teach you to use a computer.
Fred is gonna try again. To the same person. But I don't want to hog the spotlight, so. Friend looks over at.
Confusing answer.
Friend looks over at Sagan and is like, "I'm gonna get you that help."
This takes place over a period of about 10 minutes with a lot of, hello, can I help you? And quick hang-ups, followed by a totally different person going, I'm sorry, but our delegate is currently very busy at the moment. Followed by dial tone because they have in fact blocked your number.
Oh. Now that's just cruel.
They have call blocker? Okay.
Might
okay.
as well be a 5-year-old kid calling them, telling them the refrigerator is running, because they all you're saying is I am friend. Like,
Yeah, I'm a friend.
and that a major city is gone. They don't believe that shit right now. Is there anything else anyone wants to do while friend is getting continuously hung up on?
Somebody cast thaumaturgy on Sagan.
Yes.
Sagan.
And Sagan.
Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Word to the wise, as you are closer to me, it's probably better to earmuffs. And as loud, just like right now he's speaking softly, like it's like, and it's like already quite booming. But bear in mind, Sagan's a blacksmith. That area is loud. To communicate over hammer falls and roaring forges, you have to be loud. So, is going to shout out message to any and all survivors. Head towards the entrance. You will be picked up by medics and a supply convoy heading back to Malawin for a safe refuge. Head there now and head there quick. They'll be arriving within a few hours.
As soon as Jules realizes just how loud Sagan is, he's gonna cover up the bunny boy's ears so they don't break.
Also, since Jules is nearby and I promised Percy I would check, is Albert okay?
Albert is fine.
Okay, good.
I had wondered about that earlier.
I was not going to kill Albert.
I had wondered about that earlier. I was like, this hasn't come up at all.
I figure unless it's like a big dramatic thing where like Percy chooses to do so, you're not going to kill the animal companion.
No. Injure? Possibly. Kill? No.
This person was like, he only has 10 hit points. I'm like, baby, he'll be fine. I promise.
You do it protect.
No, Elliot was, and that's part of why Elliot's unconscious, is Elliot used everything to shield Albert.
Of course he did.
That's his buddy.
It's his buddy.
Yeah, and Sagan. Thaumaturge is a cantrip, right? From
Yes.
them? Yep.
Yes.
Basically, we're asked to have that recast every
Okay.
like 10 minutes, like walking down towards. So basically, that it travels, and that way, basically, no one has an excuse that they didn't hear it.
He's just kind of limping along behind you. So when he needs you, he can just touch.
Before we start moving, I'm going to attempt to wake up the bunny boy and Athena, maybe, if somebody else doesn't want to do that one.
Okay. I'll say you're able to rouse them from their unconscious states. Athena is still looking pretty rough, even though Athena got, I mean, they're both about half, if not a little bit more now, because she doesn't have a lot of hit points to begin with. But they're both up and able to
So they can
travel and walk.
walk.
I mean, a little supported, but
So we have 3 people that need help walking.
there's,
I
would say there's more too. Athena's the other one that really needs help.
Okay.
You keep having dizzy spells because you have a concussion.
Yes. But Axe has a giant leg wound.
Axe has a giant leg wound that has been bandaged and treated a bit,
Yeah.
but it's still going to be a bit before Axe is fully.
He's got a crutch. It's fine.
I was going to say, Jules is offering to be a crutch.
Sagan is happy to carry either Athena. Actually, hold on.
I was gonna say, Emerson's probably been standing around just pondering on what's happened, and then also probably offers to help somebody along once they start moving.
Same.
Sagan will like full on arms around the neck carry Elliot.
Elliot's just resting on your head.
Yep. Like full on.
Toddler carrying.
Yep.
On the shoulder seats. Yeah.
Yep.
So how bad did you say Athena was?
Athena's currently better because Athena was healed up, but she was really rough because she failed the save.
Oh, okay.
She's limping pretty bad. She probably has a few busted ribs. Yeah, she probably needs a little extra support. It's more like every step, because she can feel that. If anyone's ever broken ribs, I've bruised the shit out of my ribs. I haven't broken them, but even that, like, if you bumped me, I wanted to punch you in the face. Because breathing hurt.
I bruised 2 ribs at the same time at one point. Breathing her like just. It's incredible how much like you move your.
We
ribs.
depend on our ribs.
Yeah, it's like just for general shit, like, oh, I don't know, just walking.
Walking.
Okay.
And don't even get me started of getting out of bed in the mornings.
Sitting in a chair. Just fuck the chair.
Yeah, fuck the chair. Fucking up in the morning and just fuck everything when you've got bruised ribs.
Oh, I can still imagine it now.
So here's the thing though as well. Broken and fractured ribs hurt like a bitch. Bruised ribs hurt worse.
I've never broken ribs, so I don't know how to compare them.
I've fractured a rib. That shit hurt. I'd much rather take a fractured rib than a bruised rib any day.
That is awesome to hear. I'd rather break the ribs next time. Bruise them. I got dragged up onto a porch by my arm because he was trying to help instead of letting me walk around.
Yeah.
Because we were sparring.
Yeah.
Oh. Also, I'd just like to also point out, when you're just talking to someone with bruised ribs and they say something genuinely funny, to stifle back a laugh.
Please stop. Please stop. Please
Stop making me laugh,
Please
please.
stop.
I'm in so much pain.
Leave me alone. Yep, I bruised my ribs and then went on a field trip to a museum. And you know how much I got jostled? Never again.
Or when you have to sneeze.
Oh
You
god.
fear those.
Yeah.
I
Oh god.
haven't broken anything, and I haven't bruised a rib, but I did severely bruise my my knuckle here. That's why I was wearing a brace during the first time we met. That sucked at work for several weeks, but I finally got my motion back.
That's good.
good.
That's good. I've sneezed and thrown out my back, so I couldn't walk for 3 months.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No joking, that happens.
I did that busting a table. I'm very accident prone.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you are walking through the city, back on track. As you're walking through the city, making these announcements, watching people escaping from the rubble, other members of the Shield Sworn also trying their best to save each other as well as other civilians, because they are in just as much trouble as everybody else. It is about 20 minutes before you start to see, and to friend, I mean, you were in a bus and that was weird. Now there are giant trucks, like military trucks, moving in towards the town. And numerous members of the Shield Sworn end up stepping out of these vehicles, setting up relief tents, going to individuals, bringing them to safety, and begin setting up outside of the town of Elysia a emergency relief camp, a temporary shelter that will be up for as long as necessary to receive and help as many survivors as possible. And that is where we will pick it up next time.
Hey.
All right.
Wow.
Word to the wise for the rest of the stream. Esolar will be back next week as our DM has to go see venues for a wedding. And yeah, so we'll be back next week to continue this
Delightful adventure.
Yeah. We hope that you're okay with everything. I hope the players are okay. Hope everyone's doing alright. Just food for thought that shit like that's happening is all over the world. We don't want to get political. This is made for escapism, but at the same time, shit like that's just happening all over the world all the time. Spare a thought for those, because no one deserves to go through this ever.
No.
So, yeah. We'll be back next week. Thank you for all who watched and came in even just for a little bit. And we will catch you all next week for session 3. We'll see you later.
Hello.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.